Welcome to another edition of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quizmaster of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe, and welcome to the first ever Fast Facts for charity. That's right, today's special game. All the proceeds are going to charity. Half of the proceeds are going to the Hunger Task Force of Milwaukee, and the other half are going to the charity of the winning team's choice. Obviously, we don't know who the winning team is yet, but when we do, we'll then find out where the other money is going to. You might have just heard a loud ding. That came from our producer, the man who makes the show run, Tom Hillmeyer. Tom, how is your emailing and messaging going?
Good. I was texting our social media manager who donated enough money for 3 bonus points, but because of a conflict of interest where she's already seen all of the questions, she's going to pick 3 teams who have the best names in order to give them the points she bought.
Yeah.
But her Wi-Fi is down.
Oh no!
So she'll get there.
Yeah, so we don't know what her criteria is for picking her favorite teams, team names. Maybe you can bribe her, I don't know. But she will pick 3 teams.
Bribe her for points that you could buy yourself.
Yes. Look, you can buy marinara sauce, but you can also pay someone to steal marinara sauce. So if she likes your team, you got a good team name, well, guess what? You might just get an extra point for your naming pleasure. We
should also say at the beginning of this, if you're confused and want to know where to donate money, go to fastfactslive.com/charity, and there's a giant button that says donate now.
Big gray button.
Yeah.
Bottom of this page, can't miss it. On your phone, also kind of bottom of the page, just scroll until you see a big gray thing that says donate.
Yeah, and then it'll take you to a page that looks like a web store, and you can buy points and a bunch of other stuff.
We are matching all donations up to $876. That is up from our announced at the last games $372, and then also up from on Friday our Twitter announcement that we were matching up to $872. We're matching $876 because of a generous $500 anonymous donation, and then a $4 donation that was added to that to make it seem cooler because it's like 789 but backwards, 876.
I also love how it's like people like that $4 was like, I'll give $4, but only if you get that high.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it to you if you get $871.
Yeah.
You gotta get all the way up.
It's kind of like betting in like an auction or something where it's like, sure, I'll pay $500 for that. I'm not gonna win, but sure, I'll throw money that doesn't exist at that.
Yeah, and then it is real.
Except the money we've raised so far has gotten fairly close.
And you may have just noticed that the background behind me has changed. Now behind me on the wall is our social media manager. She's scouring the team names to see which ones she likes the best. If you want to join her up on the wall, you can do so in ChartyBot, which is how you signed up for your team. Just click open the wall. It'll ask if you can use your camera. You say yes, and then guess what? Your face will be blurrily behind my face. And if that's not the biggest perk of all, I don't know what is. See? There's my brother. Well, that's enough of him. I bet you want to know how to play Fast Facts Live if you don't know how to. Well, guess what? We have a handy-dandy video made up to show you, so here's how to play.
Hello, I am Charty. Welcome to Season 6 of Fast Facts Live. Here's how to play. There will be 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You will have 20 seconds to answer each question. There is no penalty for guessing, so if you don't know an answer, guess. You follow along and answer in ChartyBot. When you submit an answer for a question, ChartyBot will automatically move you forward to the next question. You can check the leaderboard in the menu in ChartyBot. No matter where you are, hitting resume will bring you back to answering questions. You can double or nothing 1 round per game. ChartyBot will ask you at the end of each round if you want to use it. If you got every question correct in that round, your score for that round will double. If you got at least 1 question wrong in that round, you will get 0 points for the entire round. You can wager between 0 and 10 points for the Hail Mary question after round 5. If you answer incorrectly, you will lose the amount you wagered, so wager cautiously. A tiebreaker question will be asked to everyone after the Hail Mary, but will only apply to teams tied for first place. Don't cheat, think fast, and have fun. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Good luck.
So that's how you play. Before we get into it, just a quick update on what we've raised so far. We are matching up to $876, so that is our goal to reach. And right now, we are at $485. So we're more than halfway there. So if you haven't donated yet, please do. It's all for a good cause. If you have, maybe donate more if you feel comfortable doing so. Or tell your friends, get them to donate. They can jump in late, you know. They don't need to win.
The store will remain open throughout the game.
Yes.
Until like the very end, when
Yeah.
we'll close it because we need to announce a winner.
Yes. So spread the word. It's all for a good cause. Let's get into the game, starting with round 1.
You should do a reading of the team names.
That's a good idea.
Mainly because Molly's asking for the team names.
Sorry. So we have teams, and these are the teams that we have. We have Go Cubs Go, Charity Case, I Smell Like Lilac and Gooseberries, and you can't disprove that, The Unholy Drama Goons, Compression Socks for the win, Olaf's Cool Kids Who Are Feeling Charitable, The Gospels Are a For-Profit Enterprise, The Boomer Foundation Inc., Joe Ferber and the Ferber's Joe, Jupiter's Beard, Charity Hose, and Shy Rocky. So, thank you all for playing.
We have the bonus points.
We have bonus points added in there.
Molly has picked her 3 teams. She is giving her 3 bonus points that she purchased and is donating to teams. She's giving them to Charity Hose, Compression Socks, and the team with the lilacs.
Congratulations on...
So you're all getting a free point.
You're getting a free point! Now let's get into the game. Starting with round 1, Martin! This round is all about Martin. Who's Martin? You'll see. Question 1. Martin Brest, director of such films as Midnight Run and Beverly Hills Cop, wrote and directed what notorious 2003 bomb starring Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez? 20 seconds. Question number 2. From 1992 to 1997, what network did Martin Lawrence's sitcom Martin air on? Question number 3. How many states in the U.S. have cities, towns, or villages named Martin? Question number 4, a question near and dear to my heart. Martin Milner and Kent McCord starred as officers Pete Malloy and Jim Reed on what NBC cop show from 1968 to 1975? And the last question. The name Martin is derived from the name of what Roman god? And that is it for the first round. If you know a lot of people named Martin, double or nothing. If you don't, well, if you have the double or nothing shield and you want to go for it, you can do so. If you don't, you can purchase one with a donation, and then you're free to use a double or nothing without fear of repercussions.
Can you vamp for a minute? I'm going to help somebody.
I'm going to vamp for a minute. So, the weather in Milwaukee was strange today. When I woke up, it was like 85 degrees with what seemed like 400% humidity. And then we went out to get breakfast at a place, and we sat inside, ate breakfast. It was delicious. It was a fried chicken place, so having fried chicken for breakfast is always a good start to the day. Very healthy, good for the arteries. But when we walked outside, for reference, because it was 85 and 100% humidity, I was wearing flip-flops, athletic shorts, and a tank top. When we walked outside, it was 54 degrees. The temperature had dropped 26 degrees in the hour that we were inside there, and that was not fun. Even though we only had to walk a block back to the car, it was cold, and the weather the rest of the day has been just gloomy and gray and very rainy. And I'm going to sound like a middle-aged dad when I say this. You know, it's good. We needed the rain. It's good for the plants.
It was so hot on Saturday.
It was so hot.
It was so hot this morning.
Yeah.
And then it cooled down.
And that's the wall. Dan, should I get a normal IRA or a Roth IRA? That's a great question. So it depends on how you feel that the tax code will affect you going forward. Because with a Roth IRA, it's all post-tax earning. You've already been taxed on the stuff, so any growth that you have on it, you're not going to get taxed on that so long as it's in the IRA for 5 years. If you get a normal IRA, you are going to have to pay capital gains tax going forward, and depending on how the tax code is affected, if they raise capital gains tax, you know, it's kind of a... And it also depends on whether or not like your employer matches your IRA contributions or not. Of course, I am not a licensed CPA. However, my father is. So, if you want to ask him that question, don't. Glad I could be of
we're
help.
good.
Let's move on to round two. Round two is about logos. This is a picture round, so I apologize to my parents. These are brands. You give us what the name of the brand is. Number one, what is this logo? Logo number two. What is this bicolor thing? Number three. Ooh, what's that? Number four. Huh, that looks familiar, but what is it? And the last logo. What is this chompy boy? That is it for brands, logos, what have you. If you're a consumer, double or nothing. If you are not, I'm concerned. You should probably, consume at least the food to survive. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for rounds 1 and 2. Before we go to break, just a plea, please donate if you can. If you have more that you can donate, please do. Of course, it is all going to a good cause, and we want to reach our matching goal so we can spend all the money to worthy causes. So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're back, everyone. Let's go into the answers for rounds 1 and 2. As you know, this is Fast Facts for Charity. If you can give more, please do. Martin Brest directed Midnight Run and Beverly Hills Cop, and he also directed Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's wonderful film, Geely. It's terrible. Question 2. From 92 to 97, what network did Martin Lawrence's sitcom Martin air on? That was on the Fox network. How many states in the U.S. have cities, towns, or villages named Martin? Kind of just a shot in the dark for everybody on this one. The answer is 14, and those are Martin, Florida, Martin, Georgia, Martin, Indiana, Martin, Kentucky, Martin, Louisiana, Martin, Michigan, Martin, Nebraska, Martin, North Dakota, Martin, Ohio, Martin, South Carolina, Martin, South Dakota, Martin, Tennessee, Martin, Washington, and Martin, West Virginia. None of them have a population of over 10,000. So they're all very small. Number 4, Martin Milner and Kent McCord starred as officers Pete Malloy and Jim Reed on what NBC cop show from 1968 to 1975? 1 out of 12. I say from 1968 to 1975, but also from 4 to 5 every day on the MeTV network. And question 5, the name Martin is derived from the name of what Roman god? You have almost all the letters in there. Mars. You know, when the Roman god raps, you can say that it's Mars bars. Let's go to the logos. This is the logo for Reddit. It's officially called a snoo. So that's good. This is the logo if Chevron decided to have a baseball team. Just kidding, it's Tag Heuer. This is a horse, which means it's a Ferrari. This is not marijuana. It's Adidas. And this is an alligator, so of course it is the logo. Not for Crocs, but for Lacoste. Somebody did answer Lacoste. So those are the answers. Let's move on to round number 3. Historical documents. Nicolas Cage is here, and he's ready to steal whatever it is. Number 1. A copy of the Gettysburg Address is on display in what capital city? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Signed in 1995 at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, the Dayton Accords put an end to what 3-year conflict? 20 seconds. Question number 3. Perhaps one of the most famous documents ever, what document translates from medieval Latin for Great Charter? Question number 4. The armistice to end the last of the fighting in World War I was signed in what unusual venue? And the last historical document, there will be no more. The Declaration of Independence was ratified on July 4th, 1776. But the vote for independence actually took place on what day? That's it for historical documents. Double or nothing if you paid attention in American history a little too much. We are going to move forward to round number 4, and round number 4 is Disney Channel Musical. That's right, I wrote this category and you could tell because it's overly wordy and there's an exclamation mark in the title of the category. Question number 1. Olivia Rodrigo's first album, Sour, released a couple of days ago, and includes what lead single that broke the Spotify record for most streams in a single day? I was looking down. Time to look back up. Question number 2. Arguably the first Disney star to transition to music, what original Mouseketeer released singles like Tall Paul and Pineapple Princess, while also starring in beach party films with Frankie Avalon? Question number 3. In the first High School Musical movie, what actor had his singing voice mixed with Drew Seeley? Question 4. What former boy band member starred in the Disney Channel film Model Behavior? And the last Disney Channel musical. What band, known for their 2004 hit 1985, that's not a confusing sentence, performed the theme song for Phineas and Ferb? All right, that is it for Disney Channel musical. Double or nothing if you think you did well on that round. Before we go to break, this is another ask to, if you can donate, if you can give more, please do. We really want to reach that goal of $876 to give to charity, to match.
535 right now.
We're at 535, which means that Tom and I both studied communications, so we're not going to do the math in our heads to see what the difference is. It's like 330 something. It's $341. We're close. We're really close. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the answers for the next 2 rounds. Well, the last 2 rounds actually, and then we'll have more questions on Fast Facts. So don't go anywhere. We're back at Fast Facts Live. Tom and I were just talking in the break about the Double or Nothing Shield. That is one of the perks for donations, where if you want to try and use Double or Nothing, don't know if you got it right or not, got all of them right, you can use it with no fear of losing your points on that round. And we were like, it's insurance. It's guesser's insurance. You buy it without hoping to need it, like insurance. And then I said that we should have used a deductible. We should have required a deductible to end up using it. About $1,000, which is my car insurance deductible.
Yeah, and we should have given everybody a little thing that plugs into their car and
gives to narc on them?
Yeah, and it like gives them points. It takes away points if they're a bad driver, or gives them points if they're a good driver.
Yeah, unrelated to the game. We just want to track your driving skills.
Being a good driver is a very important skill for Fast Facts Live.
Very important, but not good in like the legal, like driving under the speed limit way. We're talking about good in the flow of traffic. A to B as quickly as possible.
Straight lines.
Straight lines, baby.
Doesn't matter.
As the crow flies.
Screw one-ways, screw
buildings.
Screw building. Screw
rivers.
Have you ever tried to screw a building with a car, Dan? The car
I
rarely
try
wins.
Not to. Oh, let's go over the answers. Historical documents. A copy of the Gettysburg Address is on display in what capital city? Well, that was delivered by Abraham Lincoln, so of course it is the capital of Illinois, Springfield, where you can rub Lincoln's nose. Question 2. Signed in 1995 at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, the Dayton Accords put an end to what 3-year conflict? The Bosnian War. Number 3. Perhaps one of the most famous documents ever. What document translates from medieval Latin for Great Charter? No, it is not Michael Jordan's I'm Back document. It is the Magna Carta. The armistice to end the last of the fighting in World War I was signed in what unusual venue? It was in a train car. Or a railway carriage, as we also accepted. Unfortunately, nobody said railway carriage. So we couldn't.
That was the official thing on Wikipedia.
Bonus point. Exactly what time was it signed?
Oh, wasn't it 11/11 on 11/11?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Was it 1911 too?
No, World War I didn't start.
That's what I thought. It started in like 1912.
1919.
Yeah.
Or it ended in 1919. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, number 5. The Declaration of Independence was ratified on July 4th, 1776. The Battle of York, world. But the vote for independence actually took place on what day? 2 days before, July 2nd, 1776. Moving to round 4. Number 1. Olivia Rodrigo's hot first album, Sour, I Love It, released a couple of days ago and includes what lead single? Driver's License. No apostrophe in it. I double checked.
All lowercase, no apostrophe.
There are apostrophes used in the titles on the album, but no capital letters. Arguably the first Disney star to transition to music, what original Mouseketeer released singles like Tall Paul and Pineapple Princess, while also starring in Beach Party films with Frankie Avalon. This is similar to the Adam 12 question previously, where it's the demarcation line in age. The answer is Annette Funicello, and the teams that are around Tom and I's parents' age, easy, immediately got it.
You know what's funny? They got Driver's License and this one.
It's a big hit. Big hit. Crossed over into the mainstream. In the first High School Musical movie, which actor had his singing voice mixed with Drew Seeley? Not with Drew Seeley's singing voice. They surgically added Drew Seeley, the person, to his voice. It was Zac Efron. In the latter 2 films, it was just Zac Efron singing. What former boy band member starred in the Disney Channel film Model Behavior? Timberlake when he still had ramen hair. And what band, known for their 2004 hit 1985, to add some other numbers in there, 1776, performed the theme song for Phineas and Ferb? Bowling for Soup. Bonus points if you can name the original band that sang 1985. It's SR-71 for some even more numbers.
I love the SR-71.
Well, they're a band.
It's also a plane.
A pretty plain band, I'd say so.
It's a pretty cool plane, though.
It is. So before we move on to round 5, this is normally where I do business with you, asking you to join our Patreon, which you still can do, patreon.com/fastfactslive. But the main thing that I will keep driving home is if you can donate more, please do donate more. We're trying to reach that matching goal of $876, and we are getting closer every day, and we're almost there.
We're at 535.
535.
Which is still way more than I expected us
Yes.
to
We
raise.
didn't expect to hit the 372 that we had set out originally. So thank you to everybody who's donated already. If you can donate more, please do. Just for scheduling purposes, this is our season finale. We will be back, not next week, so not this Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but June 9th is when the new season of Fast Facts Live will start. June 9th, 9/8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific, 5 in the middle of the ocean right next to the Pacific.
And it's like, what do we determine, 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're in Greenwich,
Why?
what's it like there, bruv? I love Grenwind. It's in the UK, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, let's move on to round number 5, the toss-up category. It could be anything, but it's this. Question 1. Established in 1909, DLAG was the world's first airline operating within what country? 20 seconds. Question number 2. What is an active component of chili peppers that gives them their spicy, irritating kick? Number 3. In Turkey, they call it a hindi. In India, they call it a Peru. In Peru, you'd probably hear it called a pavo. What is it? Question number 4. Darwin's Arch was a natural rock arch that collapsed due to erosion on what? Archipelago, archipelago. Pick one. And question number 5. What's the name of the mascot for Piggly Wiggly? All right, that's it for the Double or Nothing. If you have a Double or Nothing shield and you haven't used it, this is your time to use it. So, you know.
Double or nothing. You have nothing
Do it.
to lose.
You have nothing to lose.
If you have a shield. If you don't have a shield, you have everything to lose.
Yes. So, only 1.5 questions left, which means it's the Hail Mary question next. So, to give you a category for the Hail Mary, the human body. We have received another donation, so now we're up to $555 in donations, so we're getting closer and closer to that goal. Thank you for the donation. If you can give more, please do. That has been time for you to place your bets, place your wagers on what this human body Hail Mary is. So here we go. Here's the Hail Mary question. Cerumen is the medical name for what substance created and secreted by the human body? All right, that's the Hail Mary. In case of a tie, here's the tiebreaker. The average person has how many hair follicles? Okay, that is it for the questions, which means the only thing left is to figure out the answers and figure out the winner of this week's edition of Fast Facts Live, the first ever Fast Facts for charity. So we are going to total up the scores, figure out the winner, and see what charity will be getting half of the money. And then we'll see who won. So we're going to take a break, so stay tuned. We are back. If you were watching The Wall over the break, you may have noticed that the pig was saying 5 out of 10, does not want to give Tom applause. I thought that the paper had read, oh, Brian and Tom are going to get in a fight, and Molly is the scorekeeper. Oh no, she froze just as she held something up.
Oh, there you go.
Ladies, you're both beautiful. Oh, the joys, the dramatic highs and lows that happen on The Wall. It's like a Shakespearean drama.
Next season, The Wall is going to be much bigger and much more prominent.
Yeah. If you thought the background was crazy now, just wait. So before I go over the answers and we see who won, just for an update, we're currently at $655. We're closing donations basically after I finish reading. So if you have any other donations that you would like to give, please get them in now. Otherwise, I guess you snooze, you lose? I don't know. Just, if you can, please do. So let's go over the answers for the last round. The toss-up for charity. Ta-da! Question 1. Established in 1909, DLAG was the world's first airline operating within what country? That is the country of Germany. And DLAG, the name actually comes from Deutsche Luftschifffahrts Aktiengesellschaft, German for German Airship Travel Corporation. I obviously took German. What is the active component of chili peppers that gives them their spicy, irritating kick? That is capsaicin. You know, I had a brief music career, and my style of music was described as a spicy, irritating kick.
Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
But they're good.
Oh.
Imagine them, but bad.
So the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's a hot take. That's a chili pepper take.
I get it.
In Turkey, they call it a hindi. In India, they call it a Peru. In Peru, you'd probably hear it called a pavo. What is it? It's a turkey. Almost full circle. Darwin's Arch was a natural rock arch that collapsed due to erosion on what archipelago? I pronounced it different every time. Archipelago. I just start it, and I don't know where it's going to go. It was on the Galapagos Islands. It collapsed earlier this week. And the last question, what's the name of Piggly Wiggly's mascot? Some of the answers that you sent in. Hambone, Porkin' Q Wiggly III, Hammy, Oink, Tom, and Charlie. But unfortunately, only one answer was correct. Only one team said it was correct. It's Porker.
I would gladly be the mascot for Piggly Wiggly.
Like you'd wear a pig suit and stand outside?
No, I meant it would just be me. The character of me would be the mascot.
Come to Piggly Wiggly. You'll love our mascot, Tom. It's just you sitting behind your computer. Hi. Hail Mary question. Cerumen is the medical name for what substance created and secreted by the human body? Earwax. It's gross, but you technically can make a candle out of it.
Gross.
I know. The tiebreaker question. We didn't have a tie. We had an out-and-out winner. Did you message the team about what charity they would like to support?
Oh, no, I did not.
Okay, so give us a moment while I read this very slowly. The average person has how many hair follicles? Someone said 2.5 billion. Someone said 1,234. So you know it's somewhere in the middle between those two. In fact, someone just said 1.5 trillion, which is a little high. Bump those numbers down and you get 5 million. The average person has 5 million hair follicles according to healthline.com. Of course, I did not study biology or medicine, so I didn't have a project where I had to count all the hair on my body. But I imagine that very hairy people have more than 5,000 hair follicles, and bald people probably have less. They might have had 5,000 at one point, but they have less now. And that's it for all the questions for this season of Fast Facts Live. I'm just going to say, if you really like these graphics that we had, say, this is the end for this season, so that's the last time you'll see the family with the really quick legs and the dog and all that. But these were all designed by Anna Horst, and you can see more designs by her on her Instagram at NakedLadyCreative. As Tom, I'm just waiting for the go-ahead if we know what charity they would like to support, and if we have any other donations that we got in the meantime. Tom's doing a little head shake.
They haven't replied to the message. They may have logged off by now.
Okay.
But we'll email them. We'll let them.
And we will update everybody. Oh, I did receive a text about who they want to support, so I will
And we're at $655.
We are at $655, so that is it for the donations that we can accept. And because of our matching, which would, if you match 655 with 655, that would be $1,310. However, due to the generosity of our matchers, they are giving us the full $876 to give. So, adding 655 to 876, you get, me doing math, $1,531 to charity, half of that going to the Hunger Task Force of Milwaukee, and half of that going to the charity of the winning team's choice. But you're all asking, what team is that team? Well, here we go. The winner, starting from the bottom of the leaderboard. So in 12th place, we had Shy Rocky with 4 points. In 11th, The Gospels are a for-profit enterprise with 11. In 9th, Charity Case and Charity Hose with 15. In 8th, Jupiter's Beard has 23. In 7th, Go Cubs Go has 24. In 6th, Compression Socks for the Win has 26. In 5th, I Smell Like Lilac and Gooseberries, and you can't disprove that. You're right, I can't. You have 29 points. At 30 points, we have Olaf's Cool Kids Who Are Feeling Charitable. In 3rd place, Joe Ferber and the Ferbers Joe has 36 points. In 2nd, the Boomer Foundation Inc. has 37 points. And in 1st place, with 41 points, we have the Unholy Dramagoons, who are supporting the Summit Players Theater. So, because of all of your generosity, the Summit Players Theater, a nonprofit theater organization dedicated to spreading the arts around the Wisconsin area in state parks through summer theater for children and the general community, will be receiving $765.50. And the Hunger Task Force will also be receiving $765.50. So a big thank you to everybody who donated. Literally, this could not have been done without you.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of money.
We don't have that kind of fat stacks. Our stacks are thin.
Yes.
So thank you to all of you who played. Thank you to everybody who played this season. A very special thank you to our social media manager, Molly von Eschenbach, just shaking her head right there, and our Twitch czar, Dennis Tracy. A very special thank you to our patrons as well. And Tom, thank you for producing the show.
Thank you for hosting.
You're welcome. Yay! As I said, we will be back on June 9th for a brand new season of Fast Facts Live. Thank you to everybody who donated and played and everybody who has supported us over the past over a year. It's been fun and we're going to keep it going. So everybody in the meantime, stay safe, have fun, wear a mask, and get vaccinated. Bye-bye!